Today we're going to be breaking down Optic Huke's gameplay. The man, the legend of Huke, the two-time world champion. That's right, one of the fastest, most aggressive SMGs in the game. And I will go ahead and say it. I think right now, I think he's the best player in the game, okay? I've been watching this guy, and it's just something about his pacing. He is on a different level. He's absolutely ripping in 8. They've obviously just, you know, it's Optic from last year. They won champs. I feel like this is his year once again, man. He's absolutely feeling delusional. Let's see what he does here. One of the most aggressive maps in the game and how he plays this one. So off the break, it's gonna be 3 down, and you're gonna see what he does immediately, okay? Is go through, go for the 4th player there, try to help his teammate. He does get kind of fried here. This first hill was a bang out. This first hill was a bang out, and you just want to make sure you have multiple areas covered, okay? So you're going to have the right wall jump. This is a massive area of the map. You're going to have their door on the other side. You're going to have our door on this side, and then you're going to have the other, I call that just hole in the wall on the left, okay? And then you have this middle, whatever you want to call it. So you have a couple of options there. This is a massive bang out hill. Let's just play it out and see what he does here. So he's actually by himself right now. So what I would have done right now and this is where it's just different play styles, but like as soon as my teammates die right here, me personally, I'm probably just like opening the door and backing, like I'm trying to just get a kill here and like backing away. But I find it interesting what Huke always does. I think there's a couple of players that play like this, right, in terms of pacing, right? I would say Huke, I would say Kleenex, I would say Joe Deceives. Sometimes you can kind of say like, I guess 04 and Neptune kind of play like this as well. I'm trying to think of more players. Shotzi plays more creddy, but also fast. But these type of players, there's probably more in my head I just can't think of. Yeah, Nep for sure. They play really fast. And what they're doing is they're going to consistently put pressure on the map. And what you're going to realize is they're going to have really high kills and sometimes really high deaths as well. But what that's going to be is total engagements, right? So their total engagements is going to be really high. And what this does is it just keeps, BZ, absolutely. I forgot about BZ. Hydra's a bit more creddy. I would say Hydra and Shotzi are more creddy. Well, what they'll do is they'll kind of like get a kill and kind of play their life. So they're going to have probably like better KDs and maybe sometimes less engagements, where these are a bit more bang out. The thing with these players, they're more like bang out, bang out, bang out, getting pressure, getting damage off. With Shotzi and Hydra, it's a little bit more like they will sometimes get a kill and then distract the other player. Rather than kill the other player, they'll distract the other player, or they'll be more annoying, or like it's a little bit different. I feel like they're in a little tier of their own, a BD kind of a hybrid. But yeah, I would say those type of players, you're going to see what they do. Look what he does now, okay? He's going to get through. Exactly. So Assad's a great player. You guys know that. He said the biggest thing for SMGs to learn is info deaths. So just like, yeah, and also just making sure when you get that death, if you are going to die, you're at least making them weak, or you're putting pressure on them. You're affecting them in some negative way. So it's going to be 3 down. He goes through. So he ends up dying there. So like I said, I would have personally, even in this situation with the way Huke goes, I would rather him be here. I would rather him be here and kind of backing away just because you're 1v4. I also think equipment, and look, there's going to be times where you watch these type of players and they're going to black out a little bit because of how fast they're playing. So I also think it's good to watch these and slow it down a little bit so that we could, you know, analyze this in a slower version because of how fast they're playing, right? They're going to go through, going to go hole in the wall. You can see what 04 does, takes up space. It's quite a hard jump up there. Again, I think equipment, especially with no trophies, I think he could have maybe used his equipment a little bit more off the break here. 15 seconds left, so we're going to start to roll towards P2. So right now in terms of P2, what you're mostly going to have is somebody playing either that left corner, that wall bounce spot there, or the far left area. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to stop the enemies from getting through this line, okay? So let's kind of keep that line there and see how we play this out. So look, Pred gets 2, okay? So right now, off the break, we know exactly where the last 2 people are. And once again, what do? We have Huke pushing out, pushing out, pushing out. So yeah, I think a massive, massive thing we want to do here is just take up space. Whenever I'm helping people or coaching or playing 8s, right? Something I always see is like, if you're on the hill right now, they'll be like, oh, I'm rotating, I'm on time. But it's like right now, if we actually stop and think about it, right? Where is the pressure coming from? The pressure is clearly coming from the front, okay? So either the door, or it's coming from the wall jump, okay? Whoever spawns up can pick up the left. So there's 3 areas. So right now, if I stay down on time, if I sit in this corner or I hold the front, I'm allowing them to push forward. I'm allowing them to have a fight in this hill. Now, realistically, if I have the time, why would I call it? Why would I give them a chance to fight me on the hill? I would much rather fight them outside the hill, so we're taking up more space. That way, if I kill them, and we kill them over there, they're going to spawn even further. And if they kill me, I still have another chance to spawn and reinforce them. So you want to always push them back. It's like a tug of war. You want to make sure you have more map control. So look what Huke does. Give me 1 second. Someone's calling me. 1 second. So right now he's going to go through, and like I said, he's going to get aggressive. Okay, so let's just talk about this one spot. For example, this wall bounce right here. You see he's going to get through. Fred gets a massive 2 right now. Okay, Huke being here, just Huke being here itself, he has a ton of information. First of all, he's on a really good head glitch if he needs to. He can watch wall bounce. But the second thing is, they now are a little bit more hesitant to push Huke. There's more layers, there's more areas for the team. So now if I'm, for example, middle, I know I can't die. It's impossible for me to die from wall bounce right now, unless they kill Huke. So you just put more space on the map. And at the same time, you see his teammates doing the same level of aggression. What I would say right now, whoever this player is, I think they should right now go to the left. That left route is the best way to break this hill, that far left area. I think they need to back away right now and hold the left, because that left player is, oh, whoever's there, actually, that's fine. He spawns there. So Pred gets a massive 2. Whoever's there needs to hold the left right now. And then you're good, because that left is so, I just feel like you get so many like people pinching that to go for the hill. I think holding through the front, I think you're fine. So you're gonna go through, and again, Huke's job right now, look, Pred dies, Draza dies, he knows there's 2 on the time, there's 2 gonna spawn up, he just needs to try and get kills, and if he can get 2 kills there, he's done his job. So he gets 1, and look, he's actually playing for the second, and look at that, he's holding the space, and he's just going, he's getting desperate for that kill. Look, he's chasing it, and I think right there, I feel like that's where like sometimes he overcommits a little bit. It's like right there. I think what he does here is fine, and I think he's in such a good area, and even if he just holds where he is now and holds this wall run, I think that's pushed up enough, and you're giving your team information like, listen, they are not in this yellow space, they're not middle map, they're not wall bouncing, listen to me, go watch our fucking pinch, they're all there. And I just feel like sometimes these aggressive submachine gun players could maybe work on that pacing a little bit. But at the same time, it is high risk, high reward, because what you can also do, right, as another play, which is why I want to talk about it. Another play right now is who can watch this and say, you know what? I know that they're going to be there. Maybe one like that. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get through, and I'm actually going to pinch them, kill that player, and I'm going to fuck up their setup. So you can take a risk here if you want to. I just think in this moment, you're in such a good spot, like play for the first wave, then do something, okay? That's what I personally feel like. But right now, look, he's going to go through. I just feel like right now, I don't think he needs to take this pinch. But again, you know, maybe it was a good play from that player. Who kills him? Maybe it was just a good player from Vivid. But then look what happens. Now his whole team gets clapped. So now we lose the spawns. And I want to talk about that. Do you see the risks or reward there? And why it's so important for your subs to have good timing? Let's back away. Where did it go wrong right now, okay? Because it went perfectly right now. They get a couple of kills. They got the spawn. They go through. They get 2. They get across. And look at that. He's like, right, we're in a good spot. There's 2 there. Let me hold this. Look at that. Perfect. And I think right now it's just having that discipline. Like, look, I am an aggressive player. I'm going to hold this. So Unbanned said it feels like that's an 8 play. Yes, it is. Exactly. So okay, this is hard for me to say because he's a 2-time world champion. But it's just my mindset on this, because Huke's one of my favorite players, by the way, so I'm not taking shade to him. I think like even in 8s, if you can just stick to your fundamentals, that's just how you get ahead and like win more. In terms of like I think this was a bad play from Huke is my main point, basically. So like right now, like even he goes through, and I think Huke would say himself, if he watches, probably say, yeah, it's a bad play. But it's also important in the moment to like, you're going to make bad plays. The game's so fast, right? But look what happens. Now they spawn out. So I wanted to just show you the effect this has. Okay, now take our time. Let's see how the pros break this now. With 50 seconds left, how are we going to break this? How are we going to get through? So they're going to go through to the wall bounce, immediately slide cancel, check that heady. So you can see no one's posted up through the wall bounce. There's one through middle, gets that kill, gets taken out. Do you see now on the other side, 04 and Vivid, look how much space they took on the map, right? So just as another side note, look on P2. We were playing yesterday 8s, kind of trolly 8s just for fun, but I wanted to show people as well. My team, we had 4 people on P2. It was 5v5s, we were just fucking about, but there was 4 people on P2 when we had kills, right? But look what they're doing. They have somebody pushed out P1, they have somebody pushed out that window, then they have somebody on time, and then the other player is probably just holding the cross wall bounce or somewhere around there, right? He's probably playing around there. Do you see how pushed out they are middle? They're just taking up so much space that even though Huke gets 1 here, right? Look what happens. In terms of efficiency, Vivid and O4 just took out 3 people. And they're making it so much harder for Huke and the team. Look what happens now. They get killed again. Look how far they spawn out. So now, look, they go through again. They get the first kill. This is another important thing. If you get the first kill, or in the other way around. So right now, if we kill Vivid, if I'm O4, right now, if I'm O4, I cannot die without getting a kill. Because if I die now without getting a kill, our team gets collapsed on. So if you're O4, you either play a creddy right now or you do something to get a kill. So let's see what O4 does. He gets one and he's buying time. And these are the things you don't see on the scoreboard. Look what O4's doing. Yes, he dies there, but look at this. Okay, look at this. He gets a kill. He kills Draza. And now look, he's distracting Huke. Okay, while he's distracting Huke, he's left Pred in a 1v2 in the pinch. So if you're the other team right now, and you're okay with Pred being there's only one player, look how much time O4 is distracting. He's technically distracting 2 of them. He could have even played a bit more passive there. He ends up dying there and then up winning the gunfights. But there's only 25 seconds left now. There's literally 25 seconds left now, and I would say right there, no one sees a value in O4's death. Just like Assad said, there is valuable deaths there. What does O4 call out right now? So, Draza's gonna call out, oh sorry, who did he kill? Vivid. Vivid's gonna call out, Huke one shot middle, Huke one shot middle. O4's gonna say, all right, I got him. That's my O4 accent, not a good one. It's gonna go through. Now, if he dies there, they bang it out. Look what he does. He said, nope, I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna buy information. Two middle. Goes through. Now we know they are. They go across. Look how much time he buys. Now, the first contact on this hill, the very first time we even touch this hill, there's only 25 seconds left. The very first second, okay? So for 35 seconds, you had a protective barrier the other team had. That is why you push up the hill, but we also saw the dangers of pushing up with Huke's first play. It's situational. Now there's 5 seconds contest time, 6 seconds contest time, and now, just like we said, Ego said perfectly, 40-20, right? If you're the other team, we say, right, we had a perfect 40. We had a perfect 40. We've given Huke and the boys 20, okay? Now, we do the same thing on the next hill because we have the new rotation. If we do the same thing again and we do that every hill, okay? Look at the score after 4 hills. This would be the score after 4 hills, okay? And this is how you play perfect Call of Duty. Perfect Call of Duty isn't 250 and 0. That's not realistic. That means other teams will not shoot in their gun. This is how you play like really good Call of Duty. This is what you aim for. You will be 160, okay, to 80. At that point, you have like put yourself in such an advantage. And sometimes it could be, 40 seconds and maybe 5 seconds contest. So they only get 15. You see what I'm saying? You just do things like that. And now this is like a battering. This is like, damn, they're getting smoked. And then you clean the game up. And that's how you can absolutely fry teams. You just make sure you're playing ahead and ahead and ahead. And then they have to take more risks because they need to go for 60. So they can't afford to give up, the time sometimes. And now let's see how Huke and the boys come back, okay? This is still a big 10. Don't get me wrong. It's still a big 20 here. But the other team are just playing a little bit ahead now. Playing a bit ahead of the rotation. They do get killed there in the process. Let's see what happens there. He's going to leave a couple of seconds, go through. Okay, he's going to pinch through the back. Do you notice as well what the pros do? Do you notice that the pros aren't just banging through the front? And I want to talk about this. Why not? Why are they not banging through the front? Well, if the green arrows were all here, if these were the green arrows, okay, and we all bang through the front, every kill we get on the time, you would spawn the enemies at the back of the time, which means you now have to kill them again, right? You have another wave. So if you actually kill them from the back, like we're doing now, if you actually turn them around and kill them from there, every kill, so right now, the kill on, who the hell was that? I can't even see the name, Simp. The kill on Simp right now, Huke's team are blocking the back. Simp is going to spawn on P4, right there. Simp is going to spawn back there. So every kill you get, you spawn them away from the hill. So you give yourself a chance, okay? That's why you always break from the spawns. I always tell people, take the route, break from the back. Look how much easier this is. This was a perfect break. Everyone did their job. And now look, every kill we get, they're going to spawn in front of us. Okay, look at that. Perfect. Now, as soon as this happens, now we spread again. We spread again. So off the break, let me tell you exactly what we need to do. Okay, this is what we do. Whoever's on my right, us two, we're watching the front. You are watching middle. You are going to back away a little bit and watch the wall bounce. And that is it. Watch. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. Do you notice Huke's not pushing up right now? He's getting... Why? Because there's another wave of kills first. This is important. If you're an aggressive sub, you don't just push. You understand the map. Right now is not the time to push. It's the time to hold. Hold the map, get another wave of kills, then we push. So look what he does. Holds, gets a kill, gets another kill. That's fine. He dies. Who gives a fuck? He's going to spawn at the back. And now look, remember I always said helping each other out? So right now, look, his teammates watching middle, This is a great play from Slasher, okay? As soon as Huke dies, Slasher is watching middle. We have two people watching the pinch. So Slasher's going to say, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. I'm going to take Huke's spot. I'm going to help you front. Huke is now going to spawn up and reinforce the pressure wherever the pressure is coming from, depending on the communication. And do you see what happens? Look at that. Do you see now? This player on the pinch, I believe it's Draza, he's now holding the pinch and he's holding the middle pinch. Now, Huke could either, he's got a couple of options there, okay? He could either take a little route through middle and help them, or he could just bang through the hill and help them. I assume he's going to go through the hill because it looks like the pressure's already there. Or Draza helps him and he picks up middle, which is the better play. Like, let me explain why. So right now, I always say this as well. The better play right now, to the options, is Draza is closest to the time. Draza just helps them, and if I'm Huke, I'm like, I got you boys. I'm gonna hold your pinch. Don't worry about it. I got you. As a sub, he can even pinch the pinch. Okay, look what he does. And this is why I always say the layers to the game as a team. Teamwork is everything. Look at that. Draza goes and helps them. He's got middle. There's one middle, and they actually pinch him well. There's two of them pinching them. So this is where communication could have been better, and let me explain why. If right now, communication-wise, if Pred and Slasher just said, two at the front, we got this, then Draza could have kept the space here and held this area. Or Draza could have been in a better spot. If Draza played on that wall bounce area, I think he would have had a higher chance of getting the information. So I actually think Draza could have played in a better spot, maybe tucked in away there, and he would have got more information. Do you see where Huke pushes through right now? Imagine if Draza was actually sitting here on that heady. He could have watched wall bounce, backed away and watched this area. There's so many layers to the game of what you need to do there. But the risk in that is if Draza was standing there, then look at the distance between this and where he actually is. He would have taken more time to help his teammates. So you really need to know where the enemies are coming from. What bit of pressure do you want to help with? That's what you need to understand, okay? But he goes through. Now he's like, okay, I'm pushing through. But to be honest with you, yes, they're pinching. Hey, we only got 30 seconds. I'm all right with that. You know what? I'm okay with that. Hey, that's fine. You can pinch. Let's go again. Let's bang it out one more time. So right now, there's no point taking your time here. Just bang it. There's 20 seconds. If we die, we die. Just go. So his teammates are pinching right now. You see he's going to wait. Obviously, he's by himself, which is why he's taking his time. But I think he could just go with his teammate, just pinch in. And look at that. He gets the last 10 seconds, and his teammates are going to hold new. So now the enemies are going to spawn back there. And once again, this team's ahead of the rotation. So right now, if I pause this, okay, I would say one thing. Huke, our team, my team, if I was coaching this team, I would say, you know what, boys? Forget P1 because that's the default break off. I would say P2, we had rotation. I would say P3, we broke flawlessly. P4, I would say, you know what? We got rotation. I would say, in terms of the way we're playing, we're actually good. We're rotating well. We just need to be a little bit more efficient. That's why we're down by 35. That's what I would say. But I would actually say we rotated well. The only difference here is we got broke too easily. So this is after the game. If I was analyzing this team, right, I would say, right, I would have a little spreadsheet and say, right, P2, rotated, we got broken. P3, we broke well. We held fairly well up for about 30 seconds, okay? P4, we rotated well. And I would analyze every hill and see. And then imagine after 5 scrims, I say, guys, on P2, we held this so bad. We got broke 6 out of 6 times. Right, we're going to go through, we're going to watch it. And what normally happens is just a mindset shift. We may play and we might be like this, right? Pred might say, you know what? For me, I think leaving the left open is fine because I can follow them through the back. But then Huke might say, I actually prefer covering the left. So what happens is in game, they have 2 different plans, and that's why the execution doesn't work. And that is how teams develop, but not enough teams do this. I was watching Zuma's stream the other day. I can't lie, bro. I wanted to make a whole video on it because I think the challenge is seeing, man. I'm gonna start flaming some people, okay? Because when I'm saying this, This isn't a point of I'm saying I'm better than them. I'm saying in terms of preparation, I'm looking at this logically. They are not giving themselves a chance. The amount of people that want to make it to the league, and I think they're just bullshitting themselves, okay? The Stallions, the fucking Stallions, okay? Bro, I love what Zuma's doing. I love what Zuma's doing. But do you know the problem? They haven't watched fucking VOD together, okay? They didn't go through call-outs together. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because this is what I'm talking about, okay? If you don't do these two things together, the basics, this is a one-time thing, but if you don't go through VOD together, just like I'm talking about, they need to know where the problems are. This is 8s right now. So in 8s, you want to just build good habits and stuff, okay? Okay, look, the thing about Hassad say, look, Swoot and Symbol, you say they're just not great, right? Let's just say that's true, okay? But if they're not great, then they need to do this even more than others to learn from. Do you know what I'm saying? They need to do this more than others to learn from. Right now, they're not as a level of players and they're not doing VOD. It's just stupid. But back to this point. So when you're playing as a team, so if you're Huke right now, I know this is 8, but I'm saying in general, after the game, if you're playing as a scrim, let's say this was a scrim and not 8, you look at the team and say, boys, okay, let's go through P2 in a private game and let's just talk. Like, what is everyone's idea? Like, because we want to hold things differently, right? What is everyone's setup? And you can start to understand what we want, because then the game becomes in-game execute. Right now, we're making different dishes. Right now, if the P2 we're losing 6 times out of 6, what that means is we're just making different things. We're trying different things out. It's not working. And that's what you need to do more. I don't think people do that enough. Right now, it's going to go through, okay? Exactly, bro. No, that pissed me off that they didn't go through VOD or call out. That was stupid. So right now he knows they're coming through the front. He looks at the map and says, right, I'm just gonna hold pinch. Okay, I've got an assault rifle player slasher holding the front, not a problem. Now I could help them and cut lanes here. I said, you know, I could cut lanes here. Actually, I'm weak. I'm gonna back away. You know what? Boys, you got that. I'm gonna hold your pinch here. I'm gonna hold your pinch. Okay, 3M. Remember I was speaking about this. Do you remember I said you should sit elbow here and watch our pinch? If you're gonna watch it, you want to sit somewhere where you can watch both areas. So look, he's gonna back away here. He's gonna hold pinch from here. Now the door's shut. He's gonna go through, and now look, he's gonna take the fight to them. Take the fight to them. Okay, he's gonna go across right now and say, you know what, I'm gonna stand right here. And this is where I think Draza should have sat on the other side, because when they're coming through the corner, this is all about thinking. Okay. Most people sit in this corner. So when they come through that door, okay, when they come through the door, look what they do. They are going to, most of the time, slide cancel and look to the right, because most people are sitting there. This is where off angles come in. Huke's just playing in a normal spot. He's, oh, all right, dumbass. Thanks for pushing for free. He gets a kill and repositions. Uses a nade now. Now he could pinch. Now we could repinch. Now we could do what you want to get active. He can say, you know what, I'm gonna repinch. Or I can hold this, and this is up to you. He goes through. He's like, boys, I've got your pinch. They're only coming through front. And this is the timing of a sub. You need to understand the timing when to go. And look at that. He gets a massive kill. That kill is it. That kill is everything you need. That kill gives you the rest of the hard point. Look at this kill. This kill is everything. He gets his kill. Boom. Let me tell you why it's everything, okay? First of all, he's told his team, I have your middle, I have your far right, we have spawns, we're good to go. They can only come through your jump up or your stairs, okay? That's it. They can only come through your jump up or your stairs. As soon as he kills Simp here, the other 3 people, they are probably there, probably there, probably there. One of them is going to watch this wall because he's scared of Huke. The other 2 now are kind of just chalked in the open. So this kill was so valuable. He played this hill so well. And now he kind of has a license to go through. If he wants, he can get active. He ends up getting pinched there, but he gets information. Vivid's pinching. Vivid's wall running. Vivid's wall running. They get the kill. He goes again. Go, go, go. If I'm Huke now, I'm just pinching it. If I'm honest, I'm going wall run right now. I'm going wall, holding the wall, whatever. And look, he takes the fight to them. Boom. Gets a kill. Do you see how much fucking space he's taking? This is what you want your subs to do. This is what you want your subs to do. Look at this. He's getting active. He's not scared of dying. He's like, hey, fuck it then. I'll run him. Boom, gets a kill. He kills him in their base, and now they're looking for him. Even though he dies here, look at this. Even though he dies here, he makes that player a bullet. He makes that player a bullet, and guess what? 3, 2, 1. 04 is one shot. Slasher says, thank you very much, Huke, you fucking demon. I'll take that one. I'll run him. Gets a kill. Give your ARs freebies, bro. Give your ARs the leftovers. They're not that hungry, bro. Give them the leftovers. Let them eat a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just give your ARs the leftovers, man. Let them be weak. Give your ARs the leftovers. That's all your AR wants. All your AR wants is the leftover kills. They're not trying to get the main meal. They just want the fucking leftovers. Just give it to them. If you're a sub player, get active. Get the kills. Make the second week. Give them the fucking leftovers. And that's what we're seeing right now from Huke. He's taking over the map, getting aggressive, and that's what happened there. That was a perfect P4. Let's look at the score there on that P4, just to show you how much one hardpoint can affect you. You're down by 35 seconds, so you know what? Let's take a breath, rotate early. Let's hold this setup here, okay? The boys coming through the front. I'm gonna get you pitched 51 to 90, and look at that. A flawless. They didn't even get 1 second. 1 second they didn't get. That was a perfect hardpoint. Perfect, okay? Perfect P3 or P4. Same thing here. Look at that mid space. Look at Simp and a boozer. They're saying, right, you want to come through mid? Bet we're taking space. We're not giving you mid for free. When I'm playing CMG sometimes, I'm talking about our team. What do? We have everyone so tight there. We have everyone so tight at the back of the map. I'm like, yo, let's get fucking active, bro. Let's get active, man. Go through, gets active. There you go. Now they spawn out. Now this is the other team's turn to get a couple of kills. Look at that. They get 4 down. They're going to be anywhere through middle now. They're going to be cruddy. They're going to have an AR watching the front. Look at that. He's going to shoulder, back away, 1 pump, absolutely take his head off. And now you can see the other team doing the same thing. But we get really good kills there. Remember, one thing that counters everything is kills on the fucking map. Okay? So it's all good having a setup. It's all good pushing out. One thing counters that is simply getting kills. Right there, they just broke through the front. That was a really bad hold from the other team. Really good hold from the boys here. He's going to go through middle here with a sub and just get active. Look at that. So he's going to get active. Turn around. So I would have turned around there. I mean, his teammates get 2P, so end up helping him. So what I would have done there is, like, as soon as his teammates back away there, I would have trusted them to get that kill. I would have turned around because they're actually spawning P2 right now. As soon as they get these kills, they're going to spawn P2. So I would have turned around here. It actually works out perfectly because Sim gets a 2-piece, but I think right there, he could turn around, be quick. Watch the front. So you see that? So I think right there, if Huke actually went to watch the front there, 04 wouldn't have got that kill. Does that make sense, chat? Right here. I think right here, Huke should turn around, in my opinion. It only worked out because they got 2-piece, but like, again, right there, like, you shouldn't get 2-piece. So yeah, I hear it. It does work out, but I just feel like right there, you can't get 2-piece by Simp right there. But even right now, I think he needs to put all of his attention immediately at the front door. Like quicker. Because look, he watches the front there, but look, the front door comes through. It doesn't really matter because they get the kills, but just a small detail there. And now you push out again. Push out. Keep getting active. 20 seconds left, you're good. You're perfect there. He's going to get the time. They're going to come through the front. And again, just put pressure on them, man. Put way more pressure on them. Make sure that they're slowing down. And there you go. Look at it. He's going to hold this area again. Good to go. Massive kill. He's going to push through. I would take a route on the right here. So this is what I should be a little bit more, I would say, selfless. Sometimes I am selfish here. Right now, for sure, I know me. I would take a route to the right, knowing if I go through middle, I'm going to die. But he just says, no, fuck it. If I die, I die. I can maybe take down one with me. And it actually helps the team so much. So I need to, that's what I'm learning from this gameplay. Like sometimes I got to run it down. I just got to run it down and do that. And not worry about, like, oh, if I die, my KD. Like, sometimes I do think like that. I always want to help the team, but I also think like, oh, there's no point me just going and dying, you know? For sure. But things like that, it works out perfectly if you get the kill, you know? So it's kind of like assessing the situation. Goes through, he's obviously really weak here. He's going to chuck a stun and nade. I'm okay pinching on this time because there's so long left, and then you can start playing for spawns. But look, gets a massive kill, pushes through. Do you see how much pacing he puts as well? Look at look at Simp, right? Look at Simp. He gets a kill. Even right now, Simp is shooting at Huke. As he shoots Huke, he gets traded because he's distracted. It's all about the pacing. People don't see that, but look what Huke just did there. Huke just made that play. He gets the kill, he gets active, he gets another kill. He goes on the wall bounce right now. He's going to keep getting through, gets another kill, gets active. He's just going to push this player out. Look at that, just gets active. Yes, he gets killed there. Teammates go through. Again, trades. 20 seconds left, let's go to P2. Right, how are we gonna hold P2 here? So last time we had a poor P2, we have a poor P2 again. So if this was my team, I'd say, right, boys, what's going on P2? We can't seem to get P2 correct. P2's chalking us, we're losing every P2. Gonna go through, he gets a massive kill on a boozer. Boozer reads the pressure wrong there. Gonna go through the wall bounce here, try to spread the map. You see he's gonna go for the outer angle. He knows exactly where he thinks he is. He's going to go through side cancel. Massive shots there. Unfortunately, doesn't die there. And on the other side, I'm seeing Simp get so many clutch kills and 2-pieces. Do you see how many clutch 2-pieces Simp is getting as well for his team? Look at that. 04, putting pressure. Look at that. As a sub, look what 04's doing. Putting pressure, kills Huke, backs away. Do you see the pressure? All these subs are just putting pressure after pressure after pressure after pressure. 04 gets another one. Now, it's like, oh shit, how are we going to break this? 04's putting pressure on pressure. 04 is so good as well, man. He's really good. I want you to notice this, man. Look at this. They get the kill. They get the break. Who's the most pushed up? Huke. Turn the fuck around. Look what he does. Turns the fuck around and chows him. He goes, I got you guys. Don't worry about it. I'm pushing him out. Look at that. He pushes out immediately. Immediately pushes out. Look at that. One. Gets a second. Look at that. Perfect play from Huke. Now we're going for the new hardpoint. He's pushed out. He's got a two-piece. He's putting pressure on them already. He's giving his teammates a chance to rotate. This is a phenomenal play. Just taking that early rotation off the kills, goes through the front. He's like, you know what? Let me reinforce the front there. Gets a massive kill. Puts pressure on them again. Gets through. Sneaks across right now. He's going to get to the back if he can. Look how many kills he gets. He's like, you know what? I think it should have been quicker to get to the back there, but really good play there. And now they're able to break and they're able to pinch in. And you're just seeing how much pacing and pressure Huke is able to put on the map there. Right, go front, go front. Get this kill and go front. Get this kill and go front. Oh, Hellstorm. I was like, why? What are they doing? I was so confused. Hellstorm was coming in. I was like, this is not a good play. I was like, why did we go into this area, bro? You don't need 6 people in this spawn. I was so confused. Look at that. Massive kill. Push out. Watch, watch. He's going to get active, bro. He's going to get active through the hill. So I would actually tell my teammate, push out, bro. Go for it. Just go. We got 20 seconds left. Just get active. We're good. Even putting pressure on that player, shooting them, it makes the teammate taking that route easier to chow the guy on the hill. He's constantly putting damage down, damage down, damage down. Look what he's doing. Look at that. Massive kills. His teammate's pinching him. He's going to help him. Massive, massive play. Again, he just doesn't overcommit there, right? He knows, right, my teammate's on the back. I'm going to wait. As my teammate goes through, I'm kind of going to bait him or work together. The biggest thing you want to do here, if you're going to like bait your teammate, protect them. So what he does is he helps his teammate just in time where he doesn't die. So he does bait his teammate, but he doesn't let him die. And that's so important because now there's 2 of them and he knows, right, my teammate is weak. I have full health. Let me slide. Let me challenge this guy. And his teammate should take this time to regenerate and do what Huke just did to him. And kind of bait Huke here and then help him. Let's see what he does. Look, he goes through. And now Huke's like, I got you. I got 100 health. Don't worry about it. He gets a kill. You see right there, him and Draza just got 3 together. Now the last player is coming through front, through P4. Simp again with a fucking 2-piece. This guy's a walking highlight reel. I'm not going to lie to you. Gets another kill. And look at that. And now we're taking the lead again. So again, if I was looking at this game, I would say, you know what? This team, really good at P4s. The P4s won us this game. The P2s almost lost us this game. So if this was my team and we're going through, I would watch a VOD of like another team and I would watch them hold a P2 for 60 and I would say, right, what did they do? I would watch our VOD back and I would see, right, where did they sit up? Why was it so hard for us to break them? Like, what was going on in the P2s? I would study the shit out of P2 if this was my team. That's kind of just a heads up of how I would get better if you guys are trying to play as a team, is look at details. Don't just look at the whole map and say, oh, we lost by this. No. Look at the details. Details are important. Like, if you actually look at the details, they got, let's see how many seconds they got on this hill. Right now, it's 193. Again, they got a decent time on this. They got like 35 to almost 40 seconds on this. They got a lot, like they got about 35 on this, okay? That's a lot of time, again. So they got 95. They got 95 out of 120 on P4. Those are the stats you look at. And you say, what did we do on P4? How can we do that on P2s? Does that make sense? To look at those details? Okay, we're pinching again. Do you see what they're doing? They're taking a route. They're taking a route. They're taking a route. They say, yo, go for it, bro. Whoever's at the back, go take that route. I'm Huke. I'm going to cut in because you're taking that route. But now my teammate dies. It's going to be a bit mixy here. So right now you could either reinforce your teammate at the back or he wins the kill and it works out. But I think you could do either. But either way, right now, this is a big kill. As soon as he dies at the back, Huke's kind of screwed. But yeah, again, he's trying to go through, make them weak, because at least him making them weak now, they could get broken through the front. He's just basically making them weak so Pred can get an easier kill. It's all about damage. If you're going to die, put some fucking damage on the plate. Don't just die for free. Make sure if you're going to die, put some damage on. Look right there, he dies. He's like, hey, look at that. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Look what Huke does here. This is the absolute summary of why Huke is the MVP contender, in my opinion. Look at this. He gets one. He's one shot right now. Okay, he's one shot. He says, fuck it, I'm gonna run him. He gets one, he's like, I'm one shot, I don't care. Go, 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 take him out with me. He's got that mindset of, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna see who I'm taking down with me. That's that fighting mindset that is just chalk the opponents, because they're like, Sim's like, yo, what? I'm trying to kill this guy. He don't care about me. He's killing my whole team. And now guess what? They're going to spawn out. See you later, Simp. And now they're coming through the front. Did you see that? Let me show you that again. This is exactly what Hassad was talking about with pressure. What Ego was saying with what his subs want, what he wants his subs to do. This is it. Look, he gets one. He's not saying, oh, I need to play my life. What's my KD? Who's going to judge me? He's like, bro, let me win the game. Goes across, gets a second, takes an unlikely gunfight, boom, gets a third. There you go. Now Simp gets taken out. See you later. All 4 of those players are going to spawn P2. He knows exactly where they're coming from. And now you're good to go. That is why this man is a 2-time world champion. The pacing you set is very difficult because you have to continuously put the pacing on the map. Look at that. He's like, I'm gonna take the fight to Vivid. I'm gonna go for it. Gets the kill. If you die, you die, but you live and die by it. You go for the aggressive plays because of what it does for your team. Okay, and then sometimes you tune it back a little bit. We saw him play it so well, and we saw it go against him in the P2. So you need to know when to activate it. You need to know when to use it, when to hold, okay? Look what he does now. He's gonna go through the wall bounce. Gets 1 kill. Goes across, he's a bit weak here. Now there's 2, now you go, now you go. You got numbers, you go, you go, you go. His teammates get fried there. What is 04 doing? 04, that's not allowed on YouTube, bro. Come on. That was disgusting. 04 is really good, bro. I don't know why people don't rate him. I think he's unbelievable. He's one of my favorite subs in the league. There's some really good subs, to be fair, man. There are some really good subs. Huke's in a cool game. Huke's in a cool game. That's that boy Kyler right there. Cooling game. See you later. 250 to 246. 47 to 28, okay? Let's talk about engagements for a second, okay? 47 kills with 28 deaths, okay? How much time did he get on the hill? Let's see. So he got about 75 kills, I believe, okay? Right? Where has his teammates got? Let's see. You see the other subs as well? Similar. Okay? So I don't know if he's going to show everyone. Yeah, so you see some of them about 66. So that's like 9 less engagements. You're going to see the difference. Like some of your slower ARs are going to have like 60 or 50, right? Because this is a bang out map. But you want your fast subs to have the high engagements. You want those high engagements. You want those 50 kills, 30 deaths. You want 80 engagements. You want to be running it down. That's sometimes like Pew's in the chat. What's good, Big Pew? Sometimes I hit to Pew, like I'll see Pew with like, he'll be like 10 and 10. I'm like, bro, where have you been? Like, where are you? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, where? How are you? Like, you got 20 engagements? That's what I'm saying. That's sometimes I need to look at. But we'll take that. That was phenomenal work from that boy Huke. I hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown. If you did, drop a like, subscribe. You guys know the drill. I'll catch you guys for another video tomorrow. Let me know what you guys want to see. All right, catch you guys for another one tomorrow. Peace.